What's up, everybody? Here we are in Game 2 of Willowkeeper versus We Fight for Supok. Game 1, pretty easy victory there for Willowkeeper, so we'll see if We Fight for Tupac can come back and do something a little better here in Game 2. Didn't have a great round of 16 themselves, of course, getting taken out by Lions, but Tree, one of the better teams in HoN, so it's not that surprising to see Game 1 go to them. And really, they showed some stuff. I think the draft wasn't that bad. If there were some holes in it, and probably not the direction I would have gone, but they did, just pick some strong heroes. They didn't really work that well together, but and they had some issues with their timings, I think. But the seeds of a good draft are there, I think. Regardless, certainly an easier win for Shri, as they basically just dominated the laning phase and were unable to throw at some point just because they destroyed the opposing team so badly in the early parts of the game. And of course, with the Moon Queen and Kronos being able to carry through to late, they basically had that game in hand from very early on. Bans are out here. Jeraziah once again, Scophelia, Scout, and Warbeast. So Oath, Scout, Warbeast, not that surprising. Two strong suicides, and arguably the strongest jungler here in the game. Get taken out quite immediately. Jeraziah once again banned out by Fusion, actually with the first ban. So I once again assume that We Fight for Tupac over here has this thing about Jerry. I don't believe they played him against Lions, so it's a little interesting, but regardless, they will be unable to pick up that hero as he has been banned. First pick here, Monkey King from Tree. Now, we used to see Monkey King plenty, and then he got a little bit of a nerf where his cooldowns got slightly increased. And considering how he likes to never, ever, ever have that happen because he needs to use all of his spells a lot, like that's Monkey King's thing, is he just puts everything down repeatedly, and that really took it. It made him take a hit, made him quite a bit less mobile, and as a result, we just don't see him anymore. I don't think that they're going to I think Chuck 64 is just a admin. But, I don't know. I'm going to broadcast you there, Boxel. Don't worry about it. You may not want that. I may not be competent enough for you to be like, yeah, it's good, but anyway, MK. That's not something I would have expected. Obviously, very strong hero. Puts out a ton of physical damage, a lot of lockdown too. Just extremely annoying to fight against, really, just because he's so damn mobile with the dashes and the Heavenly Vault, giving him the ability to go everywhere. Of course, the Wanton Slam also interrupting opposing players' movement, and he just screws their positioning so damn much with that Heavenly Vault that playing against him, trying to target him, is a really big problem. So, a very annoying hero. Used to be an extremely hard damage dealer and actually would carry games pretty easily. But since the cooldown change and some other stuff, he has been essentially gone from the competitive scene. So we'll see how Tree adapts to that. Empath, their second pick. I like that a lot. Empath's one of my favorite support heroes, not just because walls are so powerful, but because she's a great zoning support. She hits really, really hard. She has a nice auto attack animation, and she can do a lot to box a hero out in the lane, or just do some harass in a dual lane. It's her starting base damage, I think, is really high. So that'll be good. Second pick, Engineer here, so they're clearly not relying jungler on the Legion side. You could always, run a carry edgy. We've seen that a lot back when Turret was different, but obviously with the changes, he's pretty much always a support hero now. So I assume that Tree over here is going to run a dual support lineup, just because we almost never see the carry NG anymore. We see him occasionally get a substantial amount of farm. I think in this situation he will be the second support, so he could still end up with the solid GPM, but he certainly won't be in a pure farming role. Tempest on the other side, followed up by Bubbles, so certainly this is going to be a dual support versus a jungle lineup, and you always got to favor the jungle in that situation. So far, though, I don't see where Hellborn's damage is really coming from. Tempest, not really a damage-dealing hero, neither is Master of Arms. Both of them are sort of lockdown heroes. Master has some solid damage in the laning phase with his Fork Lightning and Charge Shot, being able to do some stuff, of course, strong and anti-pusher as well. But Legion's push isn't that strong, so not really something that's going to factor in too much. Same thing with Bubbles, not the strongest pusher in the world, more of an anti-pusher, but again, Legion's push is not that substantial, so probably won't be as helpful as it would be otherwise. Tempest is a regular pusher with the elementals, so he'll be good here doing some building damage with those little guys. They shoot water or whatever. I'm not even sure. They are water. They shoot water and they are water. It's weird. But like I said, in the early game, the laning phase, you can see what the damage is. Bubbles, Shellster, Song, I see plenty of damage for it. Lightning Charge Shot, plenty of damage. As we move to the mid-late game, it's going to be difficult with these three heroes to actually have any damage. They're just not heroes that scale particularly well. To the late game, Bubbles' right clicks never get that good, and as his magic damage falls off, even with the lockdown he provides with the silence, the Kelpfield stun, and the difficulty of killing him, he just doesn't become that important a hero unless he has a really, really good start, and so he continues to the mid game uh, as an over-leveled hero, really, and continues to be being able to pick off under-leveled supports, that kind of stuff, as well as getting those utility items up quick, Sheepstick, Storm Spirit, Push Book, Portal Key, that kind of thing, that make him more evasive, more able to start fights, more able to get out of fights, and more able to just disrupt the enemy team, because he's not really a damage dealer. The problem is, all the disruption on the Hellborn side in the world is great, but if you never actually kill the opposing team, you just mess with them for a while. That's not the best thing in the world, so hopefully we're going to see a strong right clicker over here, and possibly somebody with good mid-game damage as well, because I'm not really feeling the mid to late game here from Hellborn's side, especially considering the Monkey King over here, and the Empath, which will help a lot of that, once using that as one ability. And then she does a fair amount of damage too with the Keg turret, even the Mines a little bit, and of course the Energy Field. Gauntlet can be the fourth pick here for Legion, but let's go over the bans first. Russian Hag, Kraken, and Corrupted Disciple for the Legion side, taking out damage dealers. So certainly that's the case for them. Burst damage with Hag in terms of magic, plus the right-click auto attacks are very strong. And Kraken, obviously a lockdown hero, not that big on damage, but yet another combination that would work well with Bubbles and Tempest. And CD, of course, a heavy, heavy damage hero. With the Corrupted Conduit, tends to do a lot of right clicks, and combined with those that Tempest and the Bubbles, the Conduit would get 10 charges in a number of times, and that would be very, very beneficial to them. So I like all of those bans. I think very astute, well done by Fusion. Keeper of the Forest, Parasite, and Pestilence banned out by the Hellborn, so removing the rest of the junglers, making sure that Legion can't run one even if they wanted to, although I'm pretty sure that they don't. Parasite and Pestilence. Pestilence obviously in the mid-initiator role. They didn't have one. Presumably that Monkey King was going to be a short laner, and I think now with the Gauntlet he will be, but that didn't have to be the case. You can always run Monkey King mid. That happens a lot, so Pestilence just a strong hero that they want to get rid of, I suppose, more than anything. So they're coming out here as the fourth pick for the Hellborn side. Certainly will provide some damage. I'm not sure I would have gone Sother just because he has damage, but it's more sustained damage. It takes him a while to attack things, and with Tempest Ultimate and Kelpfield, you'd think, yeah, those, that's fine. Like, people get locked down for a while. I'm not sure how long they get locked down though, just because Tempest Ultimates tend to not last very long. And at this level, they just get canceled pretty much immediately. I almost never see a full duration Tempest Ultimate. Plus, Kelpfield, people are pretty good about that, and even if they have to take a bunch of damage from Sother, they'll be able to deal it in kind, because until it wears off, they will be able to auto-attack. The last pick, Nomad, is a very, very good one, I think. That will provide some right-click, that will provide some late game. Not quite as much a late game as Monkey King and Gauntlet, I think, but with the Sother pick on the Hellborn, they do have substantially more late game than the Legion side, I believe. And it's obvious. I think Sother's right at this point probably the hardest right-click carry in the game. And Nomad a close second behind Monkey King. We'll see. Both of those heroes are highly fragile damage dealer, but Monkey King a little more evasive and difficult to kill, and can do a lot to pick off supports. If Nomad goes the Glass Cannon build, which he could well do, figuring the rest of his team has the job of locking opposing heroes down, then he will outcarry Monkey King to some extent. But MK also just so disruptive. I hate that hero. I hate playing against him because I play support a lot, and it's just like, well, he's caught me, and I can drop my spells and miss them because he's so damn mobile that I'm not going to hit anything, or I can die. So those are my options. Dying is usually not an option. It just happens no matter what. Regardless, last two heroes here on the Legion side are Grinix and Gauntlet, so that's going to be a Suicide Grinix and a mid lane Gauntlet, almost no doubt, paired with an Engineer. MK with Empath bottom, especially because Marcus Moy has picked up the MK. Grinix over here running to a couple of heroes. Has the Rift Stock, though, so he'll be fine. Taking some auto attacks, a little bit of an issue. Running right back into Master of Arms, puts the Rift Stock out, and now he's like, bye. Looking for a jump over here as Nomad, but not going to be enough. Puts the ward down, and Grinix will be able to get out of there in time. So, well done from him. So we're looking to put a ward down here as... What the hell is he... I'm confused. Okay, this is going to be a Tempest in the jungle, Nomad Master top, Bubbles mid, and Slither Suicide. This is a stupid, 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 stupid laning decision. Poison Spray goes down into 2, so that's nice. Slither is not a suicide hero. Okay, this is just silly. Up top, Granny's gonna get flanked here with Low Master, but doesn't care too much, of course, has that invisibility. And middle Bubbles will get relatively little. He is a strong defensive hero, so he should be able to avoid hooks and not die. But he's not going to get too much farm here with MG zoning him out. Which will be nice for Gauntlet. Krennic's similar situation up top with Master Arms dealing with him, and Nomad's Mirage Strike, of course, providing lots of harassment as well. Those are just the auto attacks. This is silly. Slither will die here and die repeatedly. Not just because Monkey King doesn't really care about him, and honestly, Monkey King will probably be able to solo kill him relatively easy. So here's First Blood. There's Empath coming in looking for a wall, and that's going to be it. And now he's dead. I mean, I don't know what the hell the plan was here, but it was dumb. Like, this is just dumb. Why is the Bubbles not suicide? I mean, to be honest, like, Bubbles is an annoying hero to play against if you're Monkey King, because he's, with the take cover and the shell serve, he can get out of your stuff. So he just sits there with the take cover, and he's like, well, yeah, I can't do anything now, and he stopped my Heavenly Vault, so that sucks. But with Slither down here, he has no escape mechanism. He has the slow, but Monkey King doesn't care because he's so mobile. With the vault, with the dash and the vault, he can get up on you and get away from you, for that matter. So Slither's not going to be able to ever kill this Monkey King. Monkey King should just eat the Slither alive. Empath coming back to this lane, and with the two of them, this is a dual lane. It's not that surprising, really, that it is a dual lane. I don't see what combination of heroes Hellborn thought were going to come out in bottom lane that made this make sense. But I'd like to know what the thinking was, because this is not good. Pull was warded and then countered, so Empath will stack this, get lane control back, and then probably kill Slither again. Monkey King level 4, of course, has boots already. And he's basically, I mean, it's not like even like Slither's going to be able to zone this MK. So Poison Spray does hit him, but whatever. Take a little bit of damage here. He has a Tango left. And Empath has some trees herself, has 3. So there's the pull. We'll give some lane control back here to the Legion side. Over in mid, NG coming back. He's still level 1 because he's been roaming so much. Bubbles will find him here. And not going to decide to engage. So they're now leaving, heading middle. No Ruin, obviously. That Bubble's taking a bunch of damage at Gauntlet's hands. Haha, get it, because he's got a big old fist. Top, Rush Stock on Grenix. Charge Shot goes out first, but he's going to run away. Mirage Strike doing a bunch of damage. Has a bottle though, so nice early bottle there from Ziz. And he will be able to sustain in lane for quite a long time with that. Of course, Ripstock does just so much harassing here. I don't think Nomad's the best target for it because he has all the invis. Meanwhile, Bubble's looking for an escape here. We'll get the shell serve over the ledge. Just enough. Empath trying to zone Slither out of the bot ward, or rune, and will take the refreshment. Up top, it's illusions, and Master will grab them. And Skrillex has some lane control here himself, so he should be able to get some nice CS. Decent golden experience lead coming out over the Legion side, which is actually a real big problem because they have a jungler on the opposing team. Usually in this situation, the gold should stay about even, and the jungler should make the experience go in favor of the team that's running it and against the team that's running the dual support. Not the case here. And it's really, I mean, both Monkey King and Gauntlet are dominating their lanes, obviously. Nomad doing very well also. And Tempest has some solid farm. It's just Bubbles has 186 GPM in that mid lane, so he's gotten mostly nothing. Slither has 99. So, like, Suicides don't get that much gold. But this is, like, really, really awful. He's got 4 CS. Grinix has 15 CS. So, there's that. Monkey King's already level 6. Empath hiding one's over here looking for a pick. Meanwhile, over here, Enji's way deep in the woods. Gauntlet's following him, but this is a terrible idea. Enji's just dead. I'm not sure what the hell Gauntlet's plan is here. He's got Grinix coming in off to the side. Master's going to fall here, so that's a nice combo. Gauntlet hook misses. Grinix is now out of mana, so he won't be able to rift stock, but he should just be able to run away. Bubbles' stuff is up, but it's not going to be enough to kill him, and he's not even going to go for it. Enji heading back middle. So it ends up being 1-for-1. Slowly falling on bottom once again. Just watch that. Because it's funny. Like, why is this even here? Empath's down there, and lost auto attack, so... I don't know, that's mildly frustrating just because, like, usually it's relatively easy for me to rationalize any decision a team makes, even if it's not the one I think makes sense and it's supremely suboptimal, like, oh, okay, maybe this and maybe that, and I can come up with some reasons. I have no reasons for this. This is just bad. I mean, Monkey King's level 7, so there's level 4. The only reason he's not dead right now, again, is because Monkey King doesn't have enough mana. Grinix up top, putting some harass on the Nomad. But level 5, level 5. Level 7, level 5. So there's actually got some levels here, shockingly enough. Bot tower is also pretty low. Not deniable yet, but just barely. I'm surprised actually. Grinix looking for a jump there, but Nomad getting away with the Mirage Strike once again, turning himself invisible. Jump there by MK, and now Slow's going to die again. There's the stun coming out from Empath. We'll guarantee it. Looking for the wall. Where is he going? Yep, there it is, and now he's dead. Woohoo! He died again. So they're 0-3 now, 72 gold per minute. Up top, Grinix and Nomad going at it once again. Charge shot into Grinix. He's taking some damage here. Rift Stock gets him away, so he'll be alright. Hot tower falls. Gauntlet in meanwhile charging mid with a double damage rune will just be able to get the last hit on the Bubbles. So well played there from Boxel. And Legion have a 4k gold lead and a 2k experience lead because Tempest isn't doing too bad, but Grinix is doing fairly well as top lane, 22-4 compared to 44-13 Nomad. So obviously Nomad winning this lane, but that's not that surprising, especially considering he has a babysit. I mean, just Grinix just isn't really doing badly at all. And on bottom, Marcus Moy has 485 gold per minute because they've killed that sort of 3 times now. Like, I don't... He only has 1 of the kills, but he has 51 CS. Gauntlet in middle has 50 CS. 45 for Nomad, 36 for Tempest, 16 for Bubble, so... Empath pointing top with Engineer to try to stop this top push as Tempest is coming in with the Elementals. Creep waves hitting each other right underneath the tower. That's going to delay some stuff for Hellborn. Monkey King's also here. So the entire Hellborn team is jumping top. They have no wards, no vision whatsoever. And they actually have 0 wards on the map right now. So I'm not sure what Master's doing, but not only do they not have any wards, Master doesn't have any wards in his inventory. Now they're going to jump this Nomad here. Surprising. Oh, he put the ultimate up while he was still invisible, so now that's going to be off. Empath looking for the jump here. Tempest will be eaten a little bit. Tomkiss falls in the background. They're going to get the pick on Edgy? No, they're not. Monkey King looking for death here. Poison Burst hits him. Tempest ultimate hits too, and MK's in some trouble, so is Grinix. And that's going to be a death on Marcus Moy there, as too much from the Hellborn side. Grinix putting everything down. Nice wall, blocks a bunch of them off. Going to get the kill onto Empath, but they will return onto Tempest. No mana now on Grinix, so he's going to have to run away. Hook from Gauntlet coming in. Ward goes down, and they know he's here. Looking for the jump. Charge shot. Energizer pop though, and now Master's in a lot of trouble. Gets chased in the woods here. And Nomad looking for the return. Not too much happened in there though. So actually, better fight for Legion there than I thought it would be. Or for Hellborn. A Tempest ultimate saving a lot. Nice wall there. Blocking the team off, but then eats the Gauntlet hook. That's the revelation going out. They will spot this Nomad. The stun will happen, but this is just... There's not going to be enough damage, I don't think, even with NG coming in. There's a Rev Ward over here. Bubbles coming in from the side. Now Empath is in some trouble. Glacial Blasts onto Grinix as he gets dusted as well, and that's going to be his death. NG now trying to get the hell away. Drops the turret. Nicely done. Slowing a bunch of heroes, but Toxicity from Slither having to eat that. Keg stun stuns Nomad. Slither or Shellster from Bubbles off to the side. Once again, a dust coming out. As Voxel drops, there goes the Kelp Field, another kill. Empath coming in from the side and dies immediately, so I don't know what the hell Willowkeeper's doing here. Hook there onto Moa, but he'll die. Empath, or Monkey coming right back in. Bubbles will get out with the Shell Surf, he has no health. They're looking for the pick here. They might not find it. Energizer going off, and there's a Toxic Spray. Gauntlet Blast on the Slither. And yeah, his top ward, so there goes Slither down right there. Once again, Tomka's falling as well as Gauntlet picks him. And he's going to die there to the poison damage, yep. Marcus might getting the hell out. So, Legion losing their advantage, and then getting it back, and losing it again. Sorry, somebody was sending me a text right there. Once again, fighting's going on. Empath putting the wall out, hitting nothing. Poison Burst hitting Empath and Grinix, and now Grinix is certainly dead because there's too much damage on him. Backhanded. So I'm liking this. This is fun to cast, but God, it's stupid. Energizer going off once again. We've got 4 more heroes in their Legion's side. Looking for a jump here, and Cookie Cat will fall immediately. Empath Wall doing nothing. Nice Nomad ultimate. Chopping Gauntlet. Still going to hit 2 with the Kill Field and the Poison Shell Surf, but man, Engineer running right out of there dies immediately. Empath also going to fall. Nomad dying himself. Red Wards are down everywhere. Bubbles is in some trouble. Will fall. So 2 for 2. Both supports dying in exchange for Nomad and Bubbles. Hook coming back in there. Well done on the Slither. And Monkey can eat the Glacial Blast, but has the Heavenly Vault, and that's going to be his death. Tempest Ultimate's shockingly back up. And he's going to get 2, but obviously no damage there coming in. Wanjin Slam, and that's going to be Tempest's death. So 4-1-5 now on Marcus Molly as he gets a hat trick. And they kill the entire Hellborn team. Get their 4,500, 4,000 gold lead back. And experience lead back. Ward of Sight drop on top of 2 wards of Rev. Oh, that's painful. This one's going to get countered, but there's one right next to it. And anyone, like, Moa doesn't even want to do that. Dude, switch your ability. You'll attack faster.
Lightning speed.
Coming in Grinix as he stuns Moa, and that's going to be an easy death, as Empath is off to the side as well.
Give up already.
So kind of this ward, dude. It's right next to it. I guess Fusion gets it because it's his ward of Rev. Makes sense. Oh, Grinix. Oh, Grinix. Thank you. I'm sorry. As a support player, a lot. That's really annoying. Like, yeah, I got a counter, and they put a word right on top of my counter word. I love this. Everything is hilarious. And then one of the freaking carries steals your 50 gold. Like, that's the best 50 gold in the world right there when you counter a word. On bot, so they're gonna die again. Gauntlet picking him off. Off to the side, hasted, and he's like, hello. There's the hook. You're dead. Poison Spray comes out, but everything gets dropped, and that's death. So, Gauntlet now 6-1-7. Box will do it really well here. So there's 3, 6, and 4. Now to be fair, Moa's died 5 times, and Bubbles has died 4 times. But Moa's playing a hard support, and Bubbles is... okay, he's died 4 times. Middle tide are falling. Bubbles should not be dying that much. Turret dropped, and Nomad's just walking around the side of it. Marcus Moy over here looking for something. Nomad puts the Mirage Strike out, takes the Glacial Blast here. And he's in a lot of trouble, actually. Nice Heavenly Vault, and Wanjin Slam there will get them the hell away. Energizer Pop as well, just for in case, I guess. Comes back in. Poison Spray not gonna hit him. Over here, Grinix will stun Nomad. On top of the Keg stun, and the stun from Empath. Poison Burst hits 3, puts the ultimate down, but it's not going to be well-timed, and Diesel will fall pretty much immediately. Kelpfield on it too. Man, Grinix is just running into death there. Empath jumps inside Monkey King, trying to run away. Grinix falls, not a big surprise there. Obviously non-lethal burst, poison damage. He still has enough health. And he will get the hell out of there. With that Empath speed, he's so fast. Grinix buys back, looks for a jump here. Take cover there, we'll be able to help him out. But Bubbles is off to the side now. He's in some trouble. Gonna die. Up top, Grinix gonna fall as well. As buys back and immediately dies. That's the second buyback, in fact, and Boxel's bought back once too. Gauntlet over here looking for something. He's like, I can kill all three of you. Misses the hook. Even without the hook, I'll miss that. I'll put my illusions in, and something will happen. Dust of Revelation goes off onto a couple. Gauntlet blasts very well down there. Master Arm's in some trouble. He's gonna die. Poison Spray hits all three of the gauntlets, and they now know which one's real. Wall gonna do something to block them off there, and Gauntlet's pretty tanky here. He might be able to live. Hook away, as I think they were trying. He was trying to use Empath to get away. Oh god, terrible ultimates here from Nomad. They really are. Puts the Mirage Strike up, but of course he's under a tower so they can see him. Energizer and Duster pop. They're gonna see him there. Kegstun won't hit, but that's not gonna be necessary anyway. Has Legion now up 8.5k gold, 7.5k experience. And she's faking the ultimate. Because apparently he likes to make weird noises. Boy, that's annoying, but it's funny. Look at the gold per minute here. Wow, that's pretty funny. 470 for MK, 460 for Gauntlet, and everybody else is the 300, 270 range. Jump over here. Gauntlet already has this portal key. Wangenstein does pretty much nothing there. His Tempest ultimate goes down into two of them, but there's no follow-up damage, so his Tempest is still going to die here. Puts the Glacial Blast and the Kelpfield down. Actually, Gauntlet getting a lot of damage. And he's going to die. Just enough time for the Hellborn team to respond. Oh god, I hate that noise. Don't die anymore, Gauntlet. Monkey King jumping around, being a crazy bastard. Mid tower gonna get heavily pressured here. Grim's gonna pick off Tempest in the back, and then Riftstalk away. Empath jumps inside of him to prevent herself from dying. And we'll stun Master with the Essence Link. Mid tower drops. There's the Riftstalk looking for something here, and take cover goes away. Post the song to see. Riftstalk, or Duster Rev goes out, and Bubbles will die. That was a lot of damage all of a sudden. Nice wall preventing more damage. But there goes Grinix as the Master comes in from the side. Of course, Poison Burst also hit him. Now both supports here for some reason thinking, hey, let's do this. Nice ultimate, no, not ultimate. Finally a good one. And MK looking in for a cleanup here. Word of Rev goes down, so they do see where he went, but they don't know exactly where he is, and he's going to hide in the trees here, but he's going to get spotted out. They have to run off to the side, but obviously with a Sandstorm, they know where he's going. Wall goes down. Dust of Revelation also popped. So he's visible. He's still visible. Another 5 seconds. Up top. Sorry, meanwhile, Boxel dies again. Just diving super deep here. And auto attacks pick him off. Nomad is going to try to die to Kongor. They have too much health for this buddy.
Legendary.
That only works if you have like 15 health. I have 17 hero kills in this game, so this has been a lot of fun. At the very least, we can't argue that that's not the case. Tempest off to the side, gonna get spotted a bit by NG. Nothing really happening. It's just hanging out here. Word of Rev gets put off, but that's immediately gonna get countered. And NG now in a lot of trouble. Glacial Blast charge shot, he's just dead. Wall coming out trying to save him, but it's not going to be nearly enough. Empath now looking for something. Getting chased out. Depth of Revelation goes off, and before he can jump into Grinix, he still dies. Kelpfield locking Grinix down here. Manages to run around, but eats the Shell Surf. And there's a Riftstalk, so he might actually get out of this. Nope, there's a Glacial Blasts. Oh god. Run, Grinix. Actually, in the Boxel picks off Ma, so that's nice. Shell Surf will not connect. And Grenix is going to live here. Meanwhile, so they're chasing down. Nice deny. Oh, that's funny. Now, Tempest Portal Key picks some Glacial Blasts here, and Gauntlet going to try to run away. Nomad chasing him down. Grenix here looking for a pick on Pestilence. Will get one. And now has to get himself the hell out of there. Just has Rostock active and leaves. He gets dusted though. I'm pretty sure he got, yeah, he definitely got hit by that. But they don't have the manpower to help him. A hook for no reason, as Gauntlet ports bot and will grab the illusions. Little gingerbread man. Once again, no tier 1 towers dead here to the Legion side. Same thing as last game. Oh, sorry, no, middle's dead. What are we even talking about? Hellborn have lost 2. As this has just basically been a fight for like the last 15 minutes. It's amazing. So again, the farm situation here substantially better for Gauntlet Monkey King than it is for anybody on the Hellborn side, as, you know, Hellborn have some carry potential here, but 243 GPM on Siller, 261 on Nomad, not going to work. Jumping in ear, and boy, there goes Bubbles.
Nemesis.
Panzer Armor goes onto somebody. Marcus Moy over here looking for a pick. Destroy Resolution goes out, hits Grenix. The Poison Spray hits nobody. And the ultimate will find Nomad here. Puts the True Strike, MR Strike down, and now he's invisible. Looking for a jump here on a Monkey King, but he's so damn fast. Glacial Blast will hit him, and they're going to hit him a couple of times here. Grenix looking to help him out a little bit, but there he gets dusted as well. Shroud of Step actually immediately canceled the Tempest ultimate there. Poison Burst hits a lot of people. Energy Field's going to prevent the initiation again. And a wall very well going to drop them out as well. Tempest is going to fall here. Nomad puts the ult up, but nobody hits him. Dust on him as well, but so that's not going to stop anything. NG gets picked off in the background meanwhile by that Slither. And now Slither's running away. Bubbles is like, I'm going to throw a Shell Serpent and see what happens. And he's not going to choose to pursue that. Grenix now looking for the source of that Shell Serpent, but it is well gone. On bot, Gauntlet looking for a jump here onto Master of Arms, but realizing, oh boy, port support's coming in, so I better leave. So they're actually pretty low, so I'm not sure exactly how much of this they want to take. Gauntlet had mana there. That would have been a very, very bad engagement for them. Bubbles, Shell Surf has nice portal key right before the kill field hits. And Refreshment Rune on bottom will be bottled. This Empath is trying to kill it. They're just trolling each other and leave inside. Grenix activates the Rift Stock, looking for a pick. Won't find anybody. Hot Tower here is pretty low. They could probably take that relatively quickly if they wanted to.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Sorry about that. Up here, Boxel picking off Diesel, so Nomad dying super fast. That's actually nice that I managed to grab that. Bottom, all sorts of stuff is going. And Critics is getting caught out here. Sorry, it's Monkey King. He'll die. I thought it was Grenix. They look kind of similar. Energy gonna drop the energy field, and wall going in, preventing Master from being able to do too much. But he actually kills it relatively easily. Meteor will scout him out and drop all of those hiding places, so it's an easy kill onto NG. I was sending a text again. That's why I wasn't saying anything for a bit, but Grenix over here not dusted, looking for a jump onto Empath, and will find it. Fork Lightning hits him on top of Glacial Blast, but he's going to look to jump inside Grenix, who's now dusted. And Grenix running away, takes the Kelp Field, and the Kelp Field stun. He's in some trouble here. Poison Burst is not going to be good. Wall won't save him, and now Empath dead as well. That's a nice chase there. Just dusts all over the place. There's so much invis on both of these teams. Okay, there isn't. It's Grenix and Nomad, but between the two of them, they're like constantly invisible, so everybody's buying dust out the ass.
The Hellborn have
Bot
destroyed
Tower
a
falls
Legion
in favor of Hellborn, so that's 2-2. Actually, no, sorry, as Bot Tower has also fallen. Secondary there, and Top Tower has as well, so that's 4 for the Legion and 2 for the Hellborn. And Monkey King looking for Bubbles down there, but obviously Bubbles ports out. We'll be fine. I'm shocked that Tempest decided to go first on Portalkey here. I don't think that's the right decision, obviously, considering how much action there's been. Portalkey is basically great to set up your ultimate. It's pretty okay in ganks, actually. Right if it goes down, we'll see him. Viz Gauntlet, but he's like, that's fine. I'll just try to kill you. Gauntlet Blast will fill off. Cookie Cat on that Master of Arms there. And now he's in some trouble. Real slow thanks to that poison. Activates the Infernal Instability, get himself some health back, but Nomad's just like, I'm going to catch you, because eventually my there you go, True Strike's gonna come on cooldown. And he's dead. Tries to help with the wall, but not gonna happen. Energy here gonna be poked at, perhaps. Dust of Revelation goes out, and nice ultimate from Nomad will stop Energy, but good stun from Grinix. And now he's looking for more. Wall cuts off Tempest. Energy Field getting a drop. He's dead anyway, but Tempest falls in the background as well. Gauntlet comes back in after having fought back. Now Slither is in trouble, so is Bubbles. Slither dies first, and then Bubbles. So that's gonna be a genocide, actually.
Genocide.
Shockingly enough, Bubbles Tempest, Gauntlet. One of them damn heroes. Gauntlet using his last buyback, as both he and Grinix have bought back twice. I don't even know where to proceed in this game. I mean, Legion are pretty far up in resources as well as map control, with 4 towers down and looking for a 5th here, perhaps middle. But there's been so much action that it's like, well, this could go away really fast if they take a few bad engagements. And considering how many engagements they're taking, it's not like that's really unlikely. Master Arm's going to definitely get caught out here as everything goes off, and he gets, well, bye. That's a Revelation going off. I don't think that even hit Bubbles. I think it was a little too late. No, it didn't. Tempest coming in off the side as well, has his ultimate. Keg stun, take covered. Marcus Moy missing some mana here. That's the reason they're really not interested in initiating right now, is because he does not have a lot of mana. Greg's gonna get jumped inside as Empath joins him. Shadow Step will not stun Bubbles. Now eats the Tempest ultimate and the Poison Burst. All 3 of them. Empath hopping out for some reason. Engineer going to fall immediately. Empath going to die as well, and Grinix is dead. So that's a hat trick for Slither, who is now 13, 7, and 10. So that's Suicide Slither. That was doing awfully, getting destroyed in that bottom lane. Gauntlet, meanwhile, looking for a pick here on a Nomad. Won't find it because that's an illusion. And he's now got 310 gold per minute. Second highest farm on his team behind Tempest. That should not happen. It's pretty funny. He's just happening to get a lot of these kills. He's got 13 kills. Nobody else has more than 7. Gauntlet PKs away, fearing the initiation. Let's see. 73 CS for Slither. That's the 3rd highest on his team. 5th in the game. So it's not like he's doing really well. Sorry, Slither's at 19. Excuse me, I'm looking at Bubbles. Okay, yeah, 19 CS for Slither. So that's all hero kill gold there. Word of Rev and Word of Sight. We'll counter this Word of Sight here from the Legion. Gauntlet's now probably well aware that he's in some trouble if he tries to go back up there, because their word just got countered. So they're scouting the Kong pit, making sure nobody is going there, as he's clearly working on 2 things, a Shrunken Head and oh, unless that's a Frostwolf. Yeah, that's the only thing that could be that combines those items. So it's either a Shrunken Head and a Staff of the Master, or it's a Frostwolf. Jump in here on the Bubbles. DD Gauntlet looking for a lot. Is he going to get anything? Keg stun there. Actually, he nice hook out, and Bubbles is going to get immediately wrecked. Energy Field into really good placement, as both the Slither and Tempest will take the stuns. Monkey King here to clean up. There goes Tempest. Slither can follow. And, boy, well played there from NG. Gauntlet nearly dying. I thought he was pretty screwed there. Looking for a jump. Obviously, those poison wards not helping his portal key use. Blind Hook does not hit Master. And he'll be alright.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn
Mid
tower.
tower goes down, as the Legion side are all here grouped up against only 2 heroes from Hellborn. And Monkey King interested in pushing this down some more. Master's Goo will come out and stop the push somewhat. Nomad off farming the Ancients, not doing them too fast, as this farm is kind of shit. 257 GPM. And he has a cleave, so that was the wrong decision. There's no question about that. Late game, I'm going to farm Nomad. I'm gonna get my money up, and then they have 40 kills and 40 and 29 in less than half an hour. So probably could have gone a better route than that cleave. Grinix over here will catch Bubbles. Not going to be able to kill him, I don't think. There goes the take cover and the dust on Grinix. As Bubbles is now running away for some reason, but there goes Porky back in. Empath jumps inside of him. Grinix takes the Kelfield Sun. Dust of Revelation coming out from Empath. Grinix is now looking to reinitiate. Dust wears off on him, and Master's in some trouble now. As he's going to put the charge shot onto Energy, but immediately dies. Keg Stun helps kill Tempest, and now Grinix is going to fall here, but Empath is going to be inside. Nice hook back as Empath is dead. NG is poisoned, so we'll see if he actually falls. But he does pick off Bubbles. Nomad looking for the jump on Gauntlet. I think looking for NG more than anything else. And denies him. That was almost certainly unnecessary. I mean, certainly he can't be killed now, and he very possibly could have been chased down and killed if that didn't happen, but but he would work hard. Yeah. A lot of respect for that guy. I'm working hard, but of course they don't know that because I'm in the future. Oh well. I'll have to soldier on unknown. Staff the Master is picked up by, so there, as those things do also combine for Staff the Master. For some reason, I was thinking Icon of the Goddess jump in here as the Hellflower goes into Bubbles and he's just dead.
Serial killer. Smackdown. Nemesis.
So, Bubbles is not like Hellflowers or Sheepsticks. If you prevent him from using his spells, he is a sad, sad person. Glacial Blast here on Gauntlet will hook out Moa, though. Puts it in Infernal Spillage, trying to get away here, but I don't think it's going to happen. Top Tower falls in the meantime, and Gauntlet's dead. God, that's an annoying sound. Marcus Moy here, invisible, looking for a jump. Puts the Wanton Slam. And Grinix throwing everything out here with Empath inside of him. Boy, Master's screwed.
Give up already.
So much damage there. Word of Sight going on in the Hellborn's Word of Sight, so there's a really good chance they saw that and will counter it. Regardless, they certainly see Grinix sitting here in the woods, so they're not going to give on to that. Shut up, Engineer. Shut up, Engineer. Shut up, Engineer. I'm going to go over here and look at the Hellborn team because shut up, Engineer. It really does sound terrible. Oh god, shut up. Bubbles gonna hear it silence him just to prevent him from doing that. I guarantee that's what that is. Killfield also going down. Lots of energy mines here. Gonna get eaten by the illusion. Not actually. And the energy field actually goes off, so he has to shut about that for the next 85 seconds or whatever. Bubbles gonna get caught. S is like on to Nomad here. It puts the actually purge on him as well, as for some reason somebody got a Nullfire Blade. Who is that? Grinix? Yeah, Grinix is a Nullfire Blade. Lots of mines from NG. It's 5 mines. It's a lot of mines. Dust getting popped again. Does anybody ever not have dust? Hellborn have no dust right now. That's shocking. In fact, they have no true sight at all. Considering the Shroud on Monkey King, that's a little surprising. So Hellborn's mostly grouped up down here, as NG's still interested in laying these mines. He's going to be very happy if somebody gets killed by that. And middle Gauntlet sort of pushing. And it looks like the Rush Symbol instead joined his decision to push mid. Master and of course the Poison Wards being very good at... Oh, hook just missing Master. Very good at anti-push there with the goo and the Poison Wards. What you doing, NG? You can't make that annoying sound anymore because you already used your ultimate, so you can't fake cancel it because... or stop cancel it or whatever you want to call it, because it's on cooldown. Doesn't that make you sad? It makes me happy because I don't have to listen to it anymore. Group being cleaned up here by most of the Hellborn team because that's the point where we're at. 17k gold and 20k experience in favor of Legion. So Hellborn certainly have more late game than Legion do, but not at this deficit. 35 minutes in, I'm not sure that they can get a way out. There's a way out of it for them. I think. We saw in the early stages of this game, and pretty much all of last game, that Tree is just a little better. They certainly seem to be a more coordinated team. There's some higher individual skill players, I think, and so not only having that lead, but also having the... Oh, shut up! Oh my god, it's back. Not only having the lead, but having the skill lead, I think, which they do seem to have, is a pretty big deal, and that should end up preventing them from throwing this game. But every game is throwable, especially when the other team has a Tempest. Because let's just watch this Tempest put out a 5-man ult and everything die. That would be very funny. Or it'd be even funnier to have one of those elementals break the mines. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Bubble's gonna get hooked on top of the Hellflower, now he's dead. So that was actually a really, really nice hook.
Nemesis.
Shut up, engineer. That gauntlet hook, not the easiest thing to land, as I'm sure plenty of people know. A little easier when you're pulling yourself onto them, because then you can sort of target them, but if you want to hook them into yourself, it's not fun. Empath jumping inside Monkey King, and man, he hits fast. That Breastplate and Genjuro are doing so much. I can't even watch them do Kong War because of that frickin' engineer. Kong, we're gonna go down here, and Token just left. Marcus Moy on MK will pick it up. His energy field cannot be stopped canceled here because he's CSing, so that's fine. And he's just gonna get picked off by Grinix and MK. Empath D-warding up top. I think they know that there are mines here now because that word should have spawned. It should have been in range at least. It might not have had vision, but it should have been in range. Shieldbreaker picked up by Grinix on top of his Nullfire and Ghost Marcher's Energizer. Of course, MK with the Genjuro and the Breastplate for the on top of the Energizer Steam Boots. MK picking up and bringing up Sorcery Ice Cream, which is the only real item. Shell Circuit's thrown out here, and MK good. Bubbles jumps back. Nomad is like, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore, and I have a port, so I should just port, Nomad. Grinix is now going to find you. What are you doing? Hook in, and wow.
Smackdown.
Just port. Why did... And Bathroom Gem side MK, and Bubbles will be able to PK out, but Tempest not so lucky. He's totally screwed unless he drops the ultimate. Panzer Armor from coming out, and there it goes. But it's not going to be enough because the Essence Link from Empath actually kills him. NG going to drop the NG field and die. And Monkey's cleaning everybody up. Mullah the first to fall. And Empath wall coming out, but the kill field gets dropped actually. And Master's in some trouble here. Has the token, so he'll be alright. And Gauntlet jumping in, and Hellflower onto Slither, and now he's dead. Bubbles in some trouble. Shell surfs away, but actually not enough as he dies when he comes out of the take cover. And there's a CC vote from Hellborn, that's the game, so not surprising. Very entertaining, hilarious game. 52 kills to 33 kills in 37 minutes, so lots of fun. Thanks for that, guys. Good game to cast, and this will take the series 2-0 in favor of Willowkeeper. Well played to them in both games. The second one was a little sillier, but it was still a lot of fun in both ones. And that will do it for us.